Hello, and thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast, the best skateboard podcast in the world. Today is Tuesday. No, today's Wednesday, August 10th, 2016. Hello, everyone. I am Andrew Ariano. To my left is Grant Fierro. To my right on the internet is Michael Medina. And to his right is Alex Geary. What the hell? Who has the... Oh... Sorry about that.
Oh my gosh.
That was funny.
That was good.
I kept the video playing live on a browser in the background. I was like, who has my... Sounds like me. Sexy ass voice.
Sounds like me.
We do have a guest this week, but we're waiting for him to pop on. He does keep his hands down.
If you know what Drew means.
His name is Jay Scott. Hopefully his wife will figure out their internet connection. But we must do a show. We've been waiting for over an hour. So let's get started off with a lot of our favorite news. Biggest news of the week is Franky Villani came out with a part with Zero called No Cash Value.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Geary, you are close friends with Mr. Villani. How many tricks did you film for his video part?
None of that one.
Yeah, that's why you.
None of that one, dude.
Why not? Why nothing?
I don't know. I have some of his clips on my computer, but I guess he didn't ask for those.
Is there a
It's
reason?
all good.
You know what?
When was the last time you went filming with him?
When was the last time?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Well,
That's
let
a
me
good
ask you
question.
this. Let's just talk about his video part. What'd you think of his video part?
It's fucking sick, dude. So good.
Which
He's just,
one
like,
popped out
super,
most
like-
to you?
Late Very Hill over the picnic table. For sure. That and his brother eating shit at the end.
Yeah, you said his name is Vincent.
Vinny.
Vinny Volante got sacked at the end, and he also had a little appearance from his girlfriend named
Dingus.
Elion.
That's her Instagram.
Yeah.
Elion. You said Dingus?
Yeah.
That's her Instagram
Yeah,
name.
that's her Instagram is Dingus.
Yeah,
her
what'd she
name's
do? Like
Eliana.
Ollie on the table, 180 off or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
You know what, dude? I looked for your name at the end for like filmer credits, and like obviously I noticed that it wasn't there, but I did notice that it said Jamie Thomas.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Well, yeah, he always filming, right?
I know that.
Filming
But,
Josh Kalen's back when they were over there, and where were they?
Yeah, I
Really?
know, but like, isn't No Cash Value like a series that they do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's what I thought. I think it's pretty sick that Jamie's still out there like that active with his brand and shit. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I remember
yeah.
he's been filming. He was like filming Muska and shit for Toy Machine videos.
Yeah, that's sick, actually. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
I wonder how Villani feels. He's like, man, this guy filmed all the heavy hitters, and now he's filming me.
I know, like, whenever he just gets nervous.
Dude, you know what else I thought was really sick? It was like I know I said it before with like the Tristan Funkhauser shit. Was like he has a really good like combination of like more traditional tricks, I guess, and then he also has like the trendy fucking no comply boneless kind of shit, which is like awesome to me that he can put them both together like that. I think that's super tight, and it's really fun to watch, and it's kind of refreshing when he does like the different tricks on like after a big spin flip or something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's dope.
I see what you're saying.
Oh,
I was fucking very
we gotta-
entertained by it.
We're getting a phone call from Mr. Barra. Let's see what he has to say.
Ooh.
Mr. Steve Barra, you are live on Fillet.
Oh,
Hey, Jay Scott is in
Oh,
the building.
Oh,
shit.
Jay
The
Scott.
hands are down.
Oh, Jay Scott's in here.
Hands fine, baby. What's up? What? Y'all
They're
can see
down. They're down. No, we can't see you. We
Nah.
can't see you yet.
me? Hey, how you see me?
Fuck, man. I can't.
I just see a big J.
Yeah,
Hold on,
just
just-
there you
So,
go.
how did
Hey,
he-
there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Talk to me. What's up?
Steve Barra?
What's up, baby? Talk to me.
Hands down.
Hey, for life, we never pick the hands up.
Not once.
Yeah, he's on right now.
Not once. Hey, we eat with the hands
Yeah,
down
he's
and
on
shit and more. What's up, bros? Talk to me.
I have you on. I have you on speaker, putting you on the microphone.
I guess
Okay,
we
yeah,
got
talk
Bear
to
on
you
the phone
before.
call right now.
Yeah, it's blowing up.
Okay, yeah, this
Everyone
Jay
can hear
Scott. Hey, y'all can ask me anything y'all want to ask me.
you. Well, we're going through today's topics. Hey, can you take over for a second? I need to see what's going on with Steve. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
All right, so let's finish up with Villani because Mike. I mean, you already talked. Jay Scott, you watched Franky Villani's part?
I watch who?
Franky Villani, 0.
Oh, yeah, man, that's a whole different type of skating.
Okay,
What do you think about that kind of like the bonelesses and the stuff like that? What do you think about that?
Hey, that's real. I mean, it shows how unique skateboarding is. You know, you don't want to see the same thing that's done every day. You know, you see, nollie flips and nollie heels downstairs and front side flips. This not speaking against nobody, but it's refreshing to see that you can still be unique and be different in skateboarding.
I
like that.
Yeah.
Hey, what I was hyped on was when he like back slappied up that curb and then pressure flipped the set at the beginning.
Yeah, I like when
that
he
was
done,
super sick.
yeah, when he done that, I fell asleep and started dream chasing.
Oh my gosh, that's too good.
Yes.
That's
oh
tight.
yeah, it's refreshing, like I say though, bro, to see that skateboarding is still evolving. It's not the same thing that's being repeated in each decade. It's showing how it's maturing and it's showing how you can be yourself. You don't have to be the skater that's nollie flipping or kick flipping into everything. You can change the whole scenery. I mean, he like doing kick flip fast plants off the wall. I can't even do that on the Tony Hawk's video game.
Right. I hear you, bro.
I mean,
You know what I was
It's a
saying?
flat ender.
You know what I was saying before you got on was how cool I thought it was that Jamie Thomas filmed a good portion of it and how he's involved with his company like that. I think that's super dope.
Yeah, it goes to show, the support. It don't matter the age. He's willing to, give them kids a shot that has the hunger in skateboarding, Because nowadays these kids, they feel like just because I jumped down a 20 stair, I'm supposed to be on a team. It takes more than just, skill. You got to have a personality. You just got to be you. It don't take just skill nowadays, because a lot of people are just cocky. I mean, they feel like, oh, I backsmithed the 10 stair, and he only backsmithed the 9. Why is he sponsored? And it's not like that, Skateboarding is just all around. You just got to be yourself.
Right.
Yeah, that's tight. All right, well, what's up next?
Well, sorry for my absence. Jay Scott, thank you so much for joining us right now. The next topic we got transition because you're here now is that you were over there at the Berrics, keeping your hands down.
Yeah.
Tell us about the whole experience. Steve Bear flew you out. Where did you stay? Did you stay at the Berrics? You stay at Bear's house? Where'd you stay at?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know I was going to stay with him. That's why I raised a GoFundMe, but it helped with the expenses as far as like food, supplying taxis and whatever I needed. He just gave me a place to stay. I mean, he let me know at the last minute, but it was a blessing. I couldn't even believe it. I mean, I was asleep and my wife woke me up, and she was like, "Steve Barra inboxed you, and him and Andrew Reynolds willing to go half to pay for your flight." And I'm like, "What?"
Him and Andrew Reynolds both paid for your flight.
So I was just looking at it, and when she told me, I was like, "Baby, that's a fake account." I say, "You got to make sure it's verified." She was like, "Baby, it's not fake." And I don't know. They just got together. I don't know if it was all Steve and I know Steve and Andrew Reynolds was a part of it. I don't know who paid what, so I don't want to sit here and lie. But I know they paid to where my flight was paid for there and back. And when I got on the plane, I mean, I was scared because it's basically like my first time flying and going into L.A. me by myself. But when I got off the plane, I was so happy that I just jumped on my board and I just looked around and I just started crying. I was just
right. Well, let's start from the very beginning. How did this all start? This all started with an Instagram direct message?
Yeah. Well, what had happened is I inboxed Mikey Taylor and a few more guys from that I see skate the Berrics on the regular. And I was like, y'all playing games. I was like, y'all need Jay Scott, Handsdown, to film the first hands down banging. I say every trick is gonna have the hands down. And then Mikey replied. Mikey replied and he laughed. He was like, "Oh, dude, I would love it." He was like, "We're gonna try to make something happen." And then like 2-3 months went by, and I was just getting off a 12-hour shift, went to sleep, and I woke up and had a notification that they put, "How would y'all feel about a hands down banging?" And the whole world just went crazy. It was like, "Yes, do it, do it, do it." Then Reynolds jumped in between and was like, "Fly him out." And when Reynolds say fly him out, it went from there. Then Steve Berra inboxed me like 2 days later. It was like, "How's your work schedule? Tell me." And it's funny how it worked out, because while I was at work, they told us that same very day that we off because they starting up the unit and they didn't want no contractors in the refinery. So I'm like, I'm off for a whole week. And then right when I was off, I got the opportunity to go to the Berrics. So it worked out all together. I was just jumping up and down like a little kid in the bedroom, and my wife was like, "Yeah, huh?"
It was meant to be.
Oh yeah, that's why I say. I mean,
so you filmed the banging. It has not surfaced yet. I know people have been talking. You have made videos saying it's coming. Please be patient. It's coming. Now, when is it coming?
Yeah. Well, I can't. I'm not. I don't work at the Berrics, but I know before my banging drops, they gotta drop the J. Scott documentary, and the documentary is going to speak about how I got back into skateboarding. Just to give y'all a little summary, I had stopped skateboarding because my brothers and the people I was hanging around with told me it was for white boys, and it's like, "You corny, black people don't skateboard." And I was just like, "Y'all don't understand." And they were just like, "Yeah, y'all wear knee pads and a helmet and you go up and down a vert ramp." I was like, "No, it's called street skating." And I kind of let that get underneath my skin. So in high school, I let it go and I stopped skateboarding. And then I come across my wife maybe 4 or 5 years out of school, haven't touched a board, but I used to always watch skate videos. And I met my wife, and one day I was just watching videos at night. I didn't want to tell her that I skateboarded, because every girl I was with, they was black. I mean, it's no racist type thing, but it's just how society looks at things nowadays. If it's not football or basketball, then they feel like, it's not a universal sport. But you got to actually know extreme sports before you run your mouth, and nowadays, these people don't know nothing about extreme sports. But back to the story, I was with my wife, and I didn't tell her I skateboarded. So every night I would sneak and watch skate videos, and I would wait
to see. Sneaking from his wife, to see another.
Yeah, I would wait.
Skate videos.
Yeah, I would wait till she go to sleep. Then when she go to sleep, I'll put it on, and I just watching all kind of clips. Then one day she got me. She faked like she was sleeping, and I thought she was sleeping. I was watching videos. And then she ended up looking up. She said, "Babe, why are you watching skateboard?" I was like, "What you talking about? My phone messing up." She was like, No. She said, "I've been up for the past 2 hours watching you watch skate videos." I was like, "Oh, shit." I say, "I'm busted." So I had to tell the truth. So I was like, yes. I had to tell the truth. So I was like, "Babe, I was like, babe, I used to skateboard." And she was like, "Why you don't try to do it again?" And at this time, fellas, I was maybe weighing 280-something pounds. I had man boobs, dreads, and I was fat and chunky. And I mean, I didn't think I can even get back on the board. But she was like, "Baby," she was like, "I'm your wife for a reason." She say, "If you love skateboarding, I mean, you're not going to be truly happy with me if you don't do what you love to do." So to make a long story short, I mean, my birthday time, I got home off of work from a long shift, and I got inside the house, and he had a fresh deck with the wheels, the trucks, the bands. And I was looking, I was like, "That's a real one." I already had it underneath my mind that she's gonna go give me a Walmart board, because she don't know. She just know it's skateboarding. But she had me a real fresh deck and everything. And my first day I got back on the board, I was in the garage, and I was just like trying to ollie, and I couldn't do nothing because I wasn't on the board for 5-6 years. So I mean, I couldn't do nothing, and I was wobbling everywhere. And she was like, "Baby," she was like, "Why you wobble everywhere?" I was like, "'Cause I'm fat." She's like, "That's no excuse." She's like, "Baby, just roll away with the hands by your side and keep them hands down." And I was like, "What you mean?" She's like, "When you land a trick, put your hands by your side and just roll away with the hands down to your side."
That's how it started?
Yeah.
No way. I was curious.
I love that story.
Yeah, so I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "Baby, that's stupid." She was like, no, baby, just be relaxed. She's like, don't force it, but just put your hands by your side like you don't even care. So I was like, okay, I guess. So I done a heel flip and I landed and I put it by the side. She was like, yes, you looking clean.
She was right. That's
sick.
You're telling me right here, right now, that that's not your invention. That is your wife's.
My wife helped me with the invention. She the one told me I was sloppy. My hands was going up in the air and wobbling.
She didn't like the style.
Like, no, baby. Yeah, she was like, baby, no, you sloppy, you everywhere. I was like, it don't matter. I'm landing a trick. And I was frustrated. She was like, I don't care how mad. She was like, I don't care how mad you get at me. I'ma sit right here. And I was like, okay. And I put the hands by the side. And after that, I started doing that. She was like, baby, why don't you create your Instagram and you know, you can start hashtag. And I was like, what? I can hashtag the hands down? She was like, yeah, you got a big personality because for those who don't know me, I'm a big goofy person. With my family, I got the biggest personality in the world. I love to laugh, clown, and have a good time. I always been like that, even outside of skateboard. And she was like, baby, your personality can make people smile. You can bright people day. I was like, baby, I got a Facebook. She was like, no, you back skateboarding. She was like, add all the people that you look up to, that you like. And she was like, start putting your tricks and putting the hands down. She was like, I'm even willing to film you. I was like, for real? So she told. So I went to work. So after a week or so, I'm under the impression like, oh yeah, she gonna stop. She ain't gonna want to film no more. You know, just women get tired and be like, oh, this boring now. But she told me, I used to try to make excuses after a 12-hour shift. I was like, babe, I'm too tired. I'm finna shower. She was like, no, I got my chair in the garage. You finna give me a 30-minute set. She said, I don't care how tired you is. I want 30 minutes a day. And I'm looking like, babe. I said, you don't understand. I'm tired. And I'm trying to talk all loud. She was like, okay, it doesn't matter. I'll be waiting in the garage for you to keep them hands down.
No way.
And I was like, what? So, yeah, I mean, I went in the garage, and I used to try to make excuses. And when I would try to make excuses, she never gave me a chance to make an excuse. So then I started skating, and she was like, hey, she was like, baby. She was like, baby, teach
Strickland. Me. Are you shitting me? He named his Chance Strickland. Mr. Steve Barrett is in the building.
Can you see me?
What's up?
Wait,
there you go.
Sorry. No, I just wanted to watch.
You said you wanted to join. This is it.
Yeah, I wanted to
y'all want me to finish my story?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, keep it going.
Keep the
Back to the story. So I started telling her. She was like, baby, I want to learn about skateboarding. I was like, babe, what you mean? You're a woman. She was like, that doesn't mean nothing. You skating, I want to learn about it. She was like, why is it hard for you to skate on the opposite way when your shoulders is turned? I was like, baby, I said, it takes a lot to explain. She was like, well, explain. I'm here. So I was like, baby, if I heel flip and I'm goofy footed, that's my stance. And to make a long story short, after I got to explaining to her about skateboarding, I never thought in a million years she would understand it, because it got to a point where I got in the garage. She was like, baby, she was like, give me a nollie flip. I was like, okay, and I didn't feel like doing nollie flips. I would do a fakie flip. She was like, no, baby, you goofy. Yeah, I would do a fakie flip, and she was like, baby, no, you goofy footed, and you was on the front of the board, so that's a fakie flip. I was like, what the hell?
So she knows, she knows that you're trying to fake.
Yeah, so I was like, no, she was like,
this is incredible.
Yeah, so she was like, give your girl a clean heel flip. And I was like, okay. And I like to do switch heels better than heel flips. So I done 2 switch heels. She was like, are you done? I was like, yeah, that was the heel flip. She was like, no, baby, you're goofy footed. You're supposed to ride on the opposite way with your shoulder this way. I said, come here. I had to hug and kiss her. I was like, what the hell? So she knows the difference between regular switch, fakie, and nollie. So I can't fool her. I mean, it's a humbling experience. I mean, to have somebody in your corner support you, because it's a lot of times, bros, I try to make an excuse and say, I'm not going to skate. And she be in the garage with her chair. Like right now, my wife is pregnant right now, and she still be in there with the chair ready to call the tricks out. She was like, she'll be like, give your girl a clean switch tray. I'm like, baby. And I do a regular tray flip. She was like, nope, work on them switch. So then, before you know it, I'm throwing a board all over the garage just to do a switch tray flip. But she's in my corner, fellas, and
hell yeah.
So you're saying that there's a documentary being done on you first, and that will be launched before you're banging. Is that correct?
Yes, first it'll be the documentary, and then we'll get to the banging. But the documentary is gonna drop first. Y'all just give it. Why y'all rushing? What's the?
No,
why y'all rushing?
I'm
just want
answering.
more, bro.
I am the voice. I am the
No,
voice.
and I look like
that is
sometimes I look.
asking you these questions. Everyone's asking you these
Yeah, well,
questions.
sometimes I look and my name is tagged, like they dropped a new banging Chimmer, and it's like, what the fuck is Jay Scott hands down banging? I'm like, do you guys have any type of respect? I mean, I know what they want. I mean, but it's coming, fellas. Y'all give it time.
Okay.
Hey, I promise you,
before
all tricks gonna have them hands down. But the experience was humbling. I mean, because I never got that
Tell him what
opportunity.
happened. Tell him how it went.
Oh,
What'd you say?
We heard the whole story.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Jesus
Steve.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, you're very quiet. Is there a way to? Do you have headphones or something like that? I could barely hear you. Barely hear you. Barely hear you.
Really? I'm on my iPad.
Hey,
Oh,
Jay Scott.
That's Mrs.
Your iPad
Mrs.
probably
Hands
has
down.
you probably have a case on it. That's why it's very hard to hear you.
Oh, I do have a case. Here, let me take it out of its case. What
That's
about
probably
now?
why.
Hear me now? Is that better?
Not
Steve.
really.
Yeah.
Steve, what's up? What you want to do, boss? You want the beans spilled?
I'm still trying to figure out how this program works. You can't hear me.
I mean, you're using the program. You're doing it just fine. I just wish I could hear you a little better. If you can maybe, Mr. Chance, if you could put it up to your
Chance.
face. No, his name is
I
so
know.
funny. It's Steve Barrett. It says Chance Strickland.
Steve, you got to get off the toilet.
Is that your alter ego? What is that?
Yeah, who's Chance? Oh no, I like saying it though.
Yeah, Steve on the toilet with the hands down, trying to Snapchat us or whatever.
The hands up.
Man, that's Chance Strickland.
It says Chance
Steve.
Strickland.
Yo, what up?
Steve,
Oh, there you go.
You want to spill the beans or you want to wait?
What did you tell him so far?
Steve, do you want to spill the beans or you want to wait?
Yeah, Jay Scott. This is tight. Yeah.
Steve, do you think? Do you think it's best that we just hold off, or do you want to spill the beans?
Spill them.
I say spill the beans.
Yeah, this is Fillet. What do you
Fillet,
mean?
the best skateboard podcast in the world.
Drew, what did Jay Scott tell you?
Jay, do you want to spill? No, I don't want to be like him. So he told me that there's a documentary and that part is coming out first. He told me the whole story, and I wanted to confirm with you that you and Andrew Reynolds both flew Jay Scott out. Is that correct? Did you guys go half and half on his plane?
I paid for his flight, yeah.
You paid for his flight, so Andrew Reynolds did not pay for it.
No.
Okay, so there you go, Jay Scott. It was all Steve Barrett.
Maybe he wants to pay half my ticket. I don't know.
No,
I haven't talked.
I know Reynolds. I know Reynolds with the support system also, because I just seen him put a post and Reynolds say fly him out, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, I think Steve. I mean, because Steve made it comfortable for me when I got there. They treated me like brothers, and I felt at home. When I got into the park, I was like messing with Steve's staff and everything, telling them they better be doing their work and keeping them hands down. And everybody just like, Jay Scott is in the building, and I was just like, I started crying at the door. I was so happy. I mean, it's a humbling experience, you know, just to see that skateboarding I still have the love for it after letting something go because of what others thought about, you know, skateboarding in my community.
To move along here, Steve, Jay Scott just told me that there's a documentary that you and Andrew Reynolds flew him out, but you confirmed that it's you, and that there's a banging coming in following the documentary. Now, there's these things called beans that I'm smelling that's cooking that I don't know what it's about. So what beans are you talking about?
That's why I say, Steve, do you want to spill it or do you want to just hold off and let's make
Shaking
this?
his head. He don't want to spill no fucking beans on the best skateboard podcast in the world.
We'll just hold off. We'll just.
Okay.
Get him out of the crawl.
Hey, look my boy. Hey, look how my boy's looking.
Hell yeah.
Can you guys
I mean,
hear me
but-
now?
I can barely
Yeah.
hear you, but I could hear you when no one talks.
Oh, okay. Wait, so
Yeah,
Jay
but
Scott, no, it's going down. Don't worry about it.
already. Yeah, hey, y'all ready for the hands down banking?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, I mean, yeah.
We can't wait.
Back to your story, Jay Scott. When you were talking about how you would sneak away from your wife to watch skate videos and whatever,
Yeah.
what videos were you watching since you were like out of skateboarding? Was it just like ones from
Well,
when
I
you
feel like we're moving into viewer questions, and I want to do that at the end because now we went from the topic, and now we're kind of moving along a little bit. So let's just transition to the next topic because if not, we will never get these topics done. Let's talk
Okay.
about Logic versus YG Game of Skate. What do you think about that? Did you catch that one? Did you sneak off into that one, Jay Scott?
Which one? Who played?
Logic and YG.
Logic and YG.
No, I didn't watch that one. I seen that Wade and the other guy.
Oh, at the Dime Challenge? Yeah, we'll
Oh,
get
Wade
to that.
Desarmo,
We'll get to that.
yeah.
Jamal Smith.
Jamal Smith.
Yeah, no, I didn't
What'd you
see that.
say?
The rappers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rapper's correct.
They can skate?
A little bit.
A little bit. Logic.
Logic had nollie flips and switch flips.
Yeah, he could.
YG was just sticking those double flips. No rollaway.
It don't matter. If they kept their pants
And he tried
down
an
before they done the
impossible
trick.
a little rap. But
Yeah, hey, but if they could just roll with the hands down, then they clean.
yeah, hey, you should teach him. You should kick it with YG and see what's up.
Hey, anytime, tell him hit me up.
YG just needs to hit up Jay Scott. I like it.
Yes, sir. What's up? Talk to me.
Dina, what'd you think about the YG Game of Skate?
I have no idea what that is.
You didn't even watch it. Well, YG's a rapper.
Where was
I'm
it?
from- It was at
Right channel posted it, right?
No, it was at they were over there by their touring bus, Steve, right on flat ground. They're surrounded by the tour bus and their cronies.
I'm pretty sure it's those guys and a couple of other guys have hit me up about doing a Battle of the Berrics rapper game of skate. And I'm fairly certain it was Logic and YG and a couple other dudes. But
What about Hobson?
Wait, what other dudes? Oh, Hobson would be a good one. I'm sure you've mentioned him.
to be honest with you, I don't know. But it's like 6 or 8 of them. So
How many rappers do you know that skate?
I don't know any rappers. I mean,
Me neither. They got the Lil Wayne.
You know the game.
I do know the game. Game is a good friend of mine. That's
The
right.
game doesn't
There you go.
skate.
Hello, fellas.
Hey, so I just wanted to say hey to Steve Bear.
Hey. How
Thank
are
you so much for everything.
You're welcome.
And I wanted to say keep those hands down. I love you for everything.
Already.
You're a good woman for everything you've done for your husband. That is
For
amazing.
real.
Okay.
That is too.
I
That is
always
too
feel
crazy.
like if you're in love and if you really truly love somebody, you'll support their dreams. And he's always supported me no matter what I wanted to do. So I felt like it was only right to be there for him and make sure he was happy, because you can't have a relationship where one person is happy and the other person isn't.
That's right.
Man.
I'm gonna go skate right now.
Hey, Jay
He's laying
Scott,
out the truth.
you know what? You know what's gonna make your relationship even happier?
Talk to me.
When that baby comes out and their name is Steven.
We have to follow the initials of my husband. So unfortunately, it has to be a J.
I didn't hear.
Oh, that's how you do me.
I'm too busy laughing
Jay
over here. That was too funny.
Oh.
Jay
Scott, do you mind if I ask your wife? Do you mind if I ask your wife a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How did you? Your husband's told me that you took the time to actually learn about the different stances, the different tricks in skateboarding. Where did you learn? Where did you learn that? What were you watching? Where did you find time to do that?
Well, I would watch the videos with him because, as he told you, I would just lay there and I would fake sleep. And he would be on YouTube, and then he would sneak off and try to buy skate videos and then hide them from me. And so eventually I would roll over and act like I was asleep, but then I would be up and I would watch him. And so that's whenever I started telling him, if that's what you want to do, do it. And that's how I learned the tricks. That's how I learned how he skated, because once he started watching them around me, he got comfortable enough to start skating in front of me.
Interesting. Huh.
Okay.
That's interesting.
That's why she wifey.
You got yourself a good woman, don't you ever lose her.
Come on, talk to me, fellas. Look, Steve, Steve, are you on the toilet?
No, I'm in my office.
Are you kidding me? He doesn't look like he's nowhere near a toilet.
I'm saying might be an expensive one, because he's sitting bare still.
I'm in.
They got money. Alexis Ramirez, Trickopedia, San Diego local over here, a very good friend of mine. Alexis Ramirez got his Trickopedia in at the Berrics, doing a switch front crooked grinds, and he did them with the hands down. You should know this name pretty well, because my friend Kenny Reed tagged you in a post with him doing a switch front with the hands down.
Hey, that's... Hello?
Yeah. Did you check that?
No, I was saying, I watched the Trickopedia, and man, the way he just sit on the switch front crooks, it was just unreal.
You know what's interesting is someone commented about it, and it says you could see Alexis' back truck wiggle as he's doing the switch front crook. And you know what's interesting is the way that he locks into the switch front crook. I've always been curious, how does that wheel get so pinched in there? And it has to be because of loose trucks.
I would know. Cause I skate mine pretty. I mean, when I went to the Berrics, a lot of them pros, man, they put a lot of, they don't skate trucks like me, and I seen it help side in your trucks are a little bit looser, because you can turn your shoulders, you can like elevate your body a little bit more than it being tight trucks. Because tight trucks, you gotta lock in one certain way and just hold it. But with loose trucks, you can like maneuver your body, and it just showed the whole. LA was a whole different type of skateboarding for me. And just talking to them guys, just to see the control period. Just sitting down talking to P-Rod, like I would hit like a nollie crook, and he was like, "Jay Scott, come on, why you doing nollie crooks on the end of the box?" I was like, "What you mean? I got the hands down." He was like, No. He was like, No. He said, "I need you to pull them out early." And P-Rod was basically explaining to me, a lot of them pros learn to be in control over their tricks. Where I come from and where I'm skating, nowadays these dudes, all they know how to grind is the end of a ledge. They don't know how to be in control over their trick. Like they was doing tail slides and like wiggling their feet, setting it up to get ready to pop out. And I was just like, what the hell? Because I've never seen nothing like that, but it made perfect sense. Because what if you go to a street spot and the ledge has no end on it and you have to pop out early? It defeats the purpose of having a trick if you can't pull it off that ledge early. And I was like, P-Rod, I said, P-Rod, you got me? He was like, yeah, I got you, and it's all good. Let me show you how to do them. And then he showed off and done the clean nollie crook and popped it out, and I took off running, hollering. and we all were just having fun. But I still don't understand it now. I tried to skate loose trucks when I came from the Berrics, and I got mad as hell. I don't know how to do it. I don't see how they do it, but I need to learn. But the way he sat on them switch front crooks, it was unreal. He done it like a board slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving right along, another Berrics content here, the Chris Ray Shoot-Off Skaters export. One thing that really caught my eye, and I feel like it caught a lot of people's eyes, and I don't know who's seen it, who hasn't seen it. It'd be kind of funny if Barry didn't see it. Is the airplane that flew over, over the backsmith. That was so beautiful. So I wanted to get Chris Ray on here. Unfortunately, I couldn't get him on, but I did call him earlier before the podcast, and I wanted to get, how did he achieve this epic shot, and where was it achieved at? Well, it was achieved over there in Gold Coast in Australia. You ever been there, Steve?
In Australia.
Yeah,
it was with a GoPro.
It was not with a GoPro. That is incorrect. The photo was shot on a GoPro, but the video was not.
That's not. I'm pretty sure it was shot with a GoPro.
pretty sure I called him and he said it was not.
I don't know. He tried to get the cover of the mag, and it was a GoPro article, and all the photos in the mag are from GoPro stills. So,
The photo was shot. I'm saying the video. The
Hey,
video was
hey,
also
both
shot
of
on
y'all,
a GoPro.
the video.
hey, both of y'all put them hands down.
Okay. But put the hands down.
Yeah, well, look at your hands around your neck. No, this interview, your hands has to be down.
Yeah, come on, Michael.
I agree.
Hey, real quick. I gotta go take my son to the park right now, so I don't know how to log off on this thing. But
You're just stuck. Thanks.
Hey,
Yeah.
can people see me? Can people
Yeah.
see me?
Yeah.
Not just you guys, other people can see me?
No,
The world.
every time when someone talks, that triggers the video to focus just on them.
Yeah. Steve, hey, Steve didn't want to tell you he on that toilet. I told you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to butt in. I just wanted to.
Hey,
I
Steve.
didn't know you were even on today, Jay Scott. I'm glad I fucking got to. Jay Scott and we didn't even get to meet when he came to LA. I was gone. He stayed.
Yeah,
at my
no.
house.
Wait,
I didn't even get
he
to
stood
see
in
him.
your house? Okay,
Yeah.
there it is. I just got the text right now, Steve. Just the photo. Video was on a red camera.
Oh well, fuck. I don't know. That doesn't show how much I know, right?
Are you in Chicago right now, Steve?
Yeah, I'm in Chicago. Look where I live. I live right across the street from Whole Foods.
I know where that Whole Foods is.
You better
do?
go over there and give Steve Barrett a switch tray flip with a hands down.
I'm not
Oh.
in Chicago. I'm in Naperville.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to make it that personal. I figured I would just say Chicago.
Yeah.
Before you go,
Yeah,
Steve.
That was where the
Steve,
Naperville-
before you go,
Hey, so
Steve,
if
before
you're in
you-
the Naperville and Whole Foods, I live directly across the street.
Steven.
Come say hi. Yeah, sorry. I gotta go.
No, don't go yet. Don't go yet. I got one quick question.
Steve.
Don't go nowhere.
Okay,
So,
well,
you had Jay Scott stay in your house while you were not there?
Yeah, well, what it is, Steve made it comfortable. He had a few AMs in there with me. I was with Deshaun Taylor, Tyler, and Cody Cepeda, and we all had fun because I wouldn't let them sleep. I was running around the house and sticking paper in their nostrils and
Don't you mean
running back
Deshaun
in the
Jordan?
room. So, yeah.
he said Deshaun, Tyler. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, he made it was comfortable. I mean, it was home welcoming. I mean, you know, they helped me.
You sleep in Steve's bed?
Nah, he out of
Where did you sleep, Jay Scott?
Well, they had the room across from Tyler with the restroom.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Oh, so you were sleeping
but
on
when
the
I-
toilet?
That's
No,
my
I didn't get to go to sleep because I was walking with the
Steve
hands.
said that's my room. Steve said that's my room.
Yeah, well, I was sleeping across from Tyler. I think it's Tyler room, then the restroom, then you can walk to the other room. But when
yeah.
I was walking around the house, I opened every door, and everybody was dream chasing. They was asleep, so I was the only one up with the hands down. So
Did you hear that? Steve Barrett has 3 or 4 AMs living at his house.
I don't know if they living, but I know they was helping me at the time.
You're a good dude, Steve. You're a good dude. Thank you for coming on. I don't want to take much time from your son. Thank you.
All right,
Steve,
talk to you guys later.
Steve,
Yeah.
Steve,
Yeah.
don't forget, I want that backside flip with the hands down since I didn't get to meet you. All right, Steve.
All right. Later, guys. Later, Jay.
Later.
All right.
See you later.
Thank you. I'll kick you off so you don't have to worry about getting booted.
Okay.
Or, getting whatever. Okay.
All right, bye.
I still think it's fucking crazy that I know exactly where that guy lives.
You should go over there and bother him.
That's fucking. I would never do that. That's just fucking weird, man. That's like
Well,
10
anyways,
minutes from where I
back to
grew
the
up.
topic. I'm tired of saying that I'm wrong because I know I'm not. GoPro was filmed with a still. The video was shot with a red. Thank you, Christopher Ray. The thing that tripped me out is that the airplane, right? So it was shot at a Gold Coast in Australia, and it almost didn't happen. That epic shot almost never happened because he was there. He was there originally for a GoPro trip, and he lost his GoPro from cliff jumping. So he said, "Shit." Well, he almost sent his camera back. He said, "Well, I don't need the red camera. Send that back, and I'll just use the GoPro." And then he lost the GoPro. So he shot the still with the GoPro, and then he filmed it with the red camera. And it took 4 or 5 tries to get that shot, meaning that there were 4 or 5 airplanes that had already gone by to achieve that. Something like that. I don't know. I dig it. I dig it.
No, that shot's sick. I was hyped because like I seen the photo out for a while, but I didn't even know that there was one.
Yes. Yeah. La 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 la. What else is going down here? Oh, it was Bugsy Cardell, I guess. Is that how you say his name? His brother writes for Adidas.
What?
I think
Cardell.
maybe I wrote it wrong.
Well, there's Jack Fardo. Jack Fardell.
Oh, okay, Bugsy Fardell then.
Yeah, his brother's on Adidas. Yeah, in a way, if that's his brother, there's Jack Fardell on Adidas. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard it wrong.
Yeah. Who's that other man? Who's Bugsy?
That's the guy who did the backsmith.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That is Rod. They got still 5 more filmers on the upcoming export. Kyle, can you read those names for me?
Yeah.
You have the glasses.
Maria, is that one that did 1947 LRG filmer. Chris Mulhern, Jared Lucas, and Eric Bragg.
I look forward to that.
Right, yeah,
I want to see the Eric Bragg one.
Yeah, that got me hyped too. Ever since the Diamond Footwear commercial.
Yeah. You think could you imagine a whole video part just being matrix out?
Oh god.
Just
it would take them hours. Like too many hours.
Yeah. Next up, Brian Herman announced his new clothing sponsor, Volume 4. Mike Medina, thoughts?
I think we all saw that one coming.
Mikey Taylor was accurate about that.
I mean, where else would he go? Why would you leave Altamont? And like those Baker dudes keep it real homie, like, you know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't he go over to Volume 4? I think everyone saw that one coming.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the only move that would make sense. Where the fuck else would Brian Herman go?
Yeah, it wasn't too shocking when I heard that he was on Volume 4.
I don't know. He may come to Handsdown.
Oh, you're gonna start a brand?
Yeah, isn't he? You're starting a brand, right?
Well, it's in the making. It's in the making. I mean,
That's sick.
I'm doing it to give back. You know, to show that skateboarding is more than just competition. You know, I mean, I don't take nothing from no guys, but you know, nowadays these people forget why we started skateboarding. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, and they feel like they got to be like their favorite skater. I mean, every skater is different. I mean, you may not be a handrail and stair type skater. You might be a skater that does Manny and ledges. That's what makes everybody unique in their own way. But when you try to follow the trend and what you see, you tend to lose focus and you stop your progression in skateboard because you're not being who you want to be. You're being who you look up to. You know, everybody's not a kickflip type skater. You might have a skateboarder that just does nothing but heel flips, you know. But that's what makes the skate parts and video parts so unique. You know, you don't want to see everybody kick flipping into grinds on a skate part. You want to see all different versatilities, and that's why I say when y'all said that Franky guy, I ain't never in my life seen no skateboarding like that. You didn't even know what he. Yeah, you didn't know what he was gonna do.
No.
Yeah, very creative trick selection.
It's very inspirational. You know who's a very inspirational person is this Oscar I want to say Loretto. Have you ever heard of this individual? Anybody?
No.
Why is he inspiring?
He's inspiring because he's able to skate. What do you call it? He's not a quadriplegic. What do you call him?
Oh, you talking about
He has a prosthetic leg. He skates with a prosthetic leg. Yeah, and he's out there shredding with a prosthetic, and his arms, they look like that. His hands are like really shrunken or not fully developed.
Okay.
And he found inspiration from, and I want to get this name right. He was inspired from another skateboarder who was skating or living with disabilities, and I want to get this
He
name
has
right.
an IG.
An IG, I'm sure he does. He was
I
He
think I know
say-
what you're talking about.
John
He does tray
John
flips.
Cromer. He was Comer. He was inspired by John Comer.
That's it. I mean, that's tight.
And he has a prosthetic leg.
He's been skating with a prosthetic leg. Yeah.
Oh, nobody has no more excuses.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, you can't hear you?
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
It ha-
With a prosthetic leg.
You're all the way up.
Yeah, don't they got another guy he skate with just his arms?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy kills it.
Yeah, he like,
Oh, there you go.
yeah, he doing like kickflip back tails with just arms.
Hell yeah, I saw him at Tampa. He was doing like frontside flips too.
How?
I don't know. That's inspiring as hell to me. That dude don't even have legs.
No legs.
I agree.
You want to know what's
So-
I have to admit this that the gentleman I'm talking about is Oscar. He could do backside 50-50s on coping on ramp. I can't do that, and I have on training. And I have both my legs.
With
So
a
it inspires me
prosthetic
to want to
leg.
go out there and actually learn it because I was actually practicing at the local park over here.
Yeah.
And I've never been really good at skating tranny. And now I really want to go learn it really bad.
Because of that.
Yeah,
So he has
this guy says I'm not gonna live with no limits. I'm not gonna do it. He's doing
So-
kickflips with a prosthetic leg.
How?
This tray flips too, right?
How? You have to go watch it, Playboy. Go check it out.
What is his IG name? I mean, you say he got back 50s.
J. Scott, I'm going to tag you in it. A bunch of people posted yesterday. I'll tag you right now.
Okay.
And then you'll be
That
able to-
what back 50s on the coping?
Back 50s on the Copen.
Hey, you ever
With,
seen
with, no, I got to see this.
Alright, I'm going to tag you right now. I'm pulling it up.
It's in the notes that I sent you. There's a link right below it.
I thought Thrasher posted it.
Dang. I got to see this.
It's very inspirational. His whole story is very inspirational.
Alright, J. Scott, I'm tagging you at the moment, so it should pop up on your notifications.
Okay.
Check it right now. Just tagged you. Yeah, he's killing it. It's so sick. I was hyped on that when I saw it on Instagram. I was rad.
What's his Instagram name called?
J. Scott.
No,
_
not Jay. I follow him. What's Oscar's?
Oscar's Instagram.
That's his name, Hailstorm09.
Oh, and this is someone else. This is a different one.
Oh,
This guy's name's Andrew, but he's doing the same thing. Here,
What?
Look,
How?
Oscar filmed it. Hey, Oscar's the filmer.
so what's his name?
Whoa.
Yeah, almost blocked him.
Andrew. Andrew's the one skating. Oscar's the one filming.
No, but what's Oscar's name?
On Instagram, it's gonna be that. That's hard to
Oscar Void.
go with a K.
Where's the guy with the prosthetic leg? What's his IG name?
Hale HALE_ Storm 09.
Well, the gentleman we're talking about, his name is Oscar Void. OSKERVOID. Oscar Void.
I thought we were talking about Andrew.
We're not talking about Andrew.
Andrew's the one skating now.
That's not the one in the
Okay,
video.
yeah,
That's not the
I
one
got-
in the video that we were talking about.
Oh, so there.
Where's this?
They say Oscar Boyd is the one who was filming the other guy with the prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that Instagram video.
Yeah, Andrew is the one with the prosthetic leg.
Okay.
I don't know, but check it out. It's sick. They're killing it.
Yeah, that is
Oh.
sick.
Nobody got no more excuses not to be skating.
Nobody got excuses. People are skating with no legs.
No legs and just arms.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
I think
gnarly.
It's Tampa. He's super.
I mean, so what would you call that trick if you just have arms? What would you call it?
A finger flip.
It looks like Element's helping him out.
I'm saying if you was to skate nollie, with just your arms, what would you call it?
Right-handed heel flip.
Right. Hey, that's inspiring though. I think I inboxed him a while back, and I was like, I'm going to live in the garage and practice just because you motivated me.
That's
I think I seen him do like a kickflip back 5-0 at Tampa with just some arms.
Oh, yeah.
No.
On the pyramid ledge, bank ledge, back into the bank.
That goes to show you the boundaries in skateboarding. You know, it's no limit. I mean, when you want something, regardless to your body limitations, people are giving they all. I Yeah, I think in 2025 you'll be able to download the app where to give you tricks.
You know, you speak future sense. Now, I'm kind of curious about. I'll ask you later. Let's move on. We're gonna move on to the Huff news here. Huff came out with a 6-minute video part over there in New York City.
Yeah, they filmed in New York because they opened up
They opened up
a flagship store.
a flagship store.
You've never heard that?
What the hell's that?
Well, it's not like a skate, like it's just Huff. It's just Huff stuff.
What the hell? What does that mean? Flagship?
You've never heard someone say that?
No. So they just sell their own shit.
Yeah, well, it's not like a skate shop. It's not like, I mean, they might have some other stuff, but it's not like you're gonna go there and buy.
I thought they call those boutique shops.
Yeah, doesn't flagship? That means like that's the only shop.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking that too, though. Yeah, so well, there's more than one, but I mean, it's not like a normal skate shop. It's just all Huff stuff.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Sell your own shit. So we're gonna talk about
the videos, time.
videos. Cool. Fakey tray flip down 3.
Austin killed it.
I believe that I'm pretty sure Okay, this is bothering me because I just don't want to get it wrong. I think
Well, let's
flagship.
Google it. Let's Google it first
No,
before we get.
I'm pretty positive that it means that it's the first one. So like there could be 3 Huff stores, but that one was the first one.
Yeah.
The flagship. But it also doesn't have to do with like just selling just that one company's product, pretty much.
Well, yeah, it's a Huff store, right?
No, I know, but I'm saying that's like part of what flagship means.
Well, here's
No,
the definition.
I
The
think it's
definition of the retail term flagship store does not have its origins in a glossary of retail terms.
Okay, that doesn't help us.
That doesn't help nobody. Explanation of flagship term. When applied to a particular retail store, the designation of flagship is given to a retailer's primary location of a store in a prominent location.
What are you
Primary
reading right
location.
now?
A chain's large store.
So it's like the main one. Alright, well anyway, let's just talk about the video. I don't think it matters. Medina, you watching it?
Yeah, of course.
What the hell are you doing, Jay Scott? What the hell are you doing?
Hey, what were you
I'm listening.
Who was killing it?
Cromer.
I knew you were going to say that.
Cromer.
Why not Austin? Why not
Hey,
Austin?
what about
Brad Cromer is so fucking good.
Hey, the front blunt on that bench, the one that did
Front blunt on the bench.
Part?
That's like the thing that stood out the most from the whole 6 minutes.
Alright.
That's it?
I'm not.
No, not that's it. Hell no, they all kill it. I mean, Austin Gillette shut his shit down. He did his thing for sure.
Backside flip over that flat gap, the street
Yeah.
one.
I'm not mad at him. Austin Gillette kills it.
Hey, he got the new trans roll cover, that fakey tray.
He does
Over the block
not. He
down the
does
street.
not keep the hands down.
Austin got that good style. What do you mean?
Hey, Austin always been clean.
He's clean. I'll. All right, whatever.
Team Handsome right there.
Team Handsome.
So
Team
watch out,
Handsome.
good-looking dude.
Moving on, Mr. Huffenagel spoke a little bit.
Yeah.
Spoke a little bit about how he felt about
Kevin Turpin.
yeah. And the I think this was a Ride Channel interview, and they asked, "Were you bummed when Terps left?" I feel like he was the face of Huff Classic, of the Huff Classic, and he replied, "Quote, I'm actually extremely bummed. I think it was a bad move on his part. I think we could have done amazing things for him, and he just left. And that's that. I can't change it. I just don't think he fits on Nike." What are your thoughts on that, Grant?
I see Keith's point, the fact that Turpin was one of the main dudes that was pushing the Classic, and right when the Classic came out, he was skating it a lot. That's like the main shoe you ever saw him skating in. And he doesn't fit on Nike. Maybe he's saying that because a lot of the Nike dudes are pretty like contest based and like that, and Terp skates. He's not really in the contest, he's more like raw. He's on FA, but I mean Kevin's on FA and Nike, but they're just so different. I like to see Keith's point, but there's obviously unknown stuff. Who knows? The way that sounds, it doesn't sound like it sounds like Huff still wanted him, so there was no real problem unless it was one-sided and Kevin Turpin was not happy with Us or
I'm
maybe
gonna go with. I bet you one paycheck was far bigger than the other paycheck.
that is very possible.
That's what that shirt sounds like to me.
Yeah. It sounds like it, but we don't know.
It sounds
there's
like
a lot
Kevin,
of-
It sounds
Yeah.
like Kevin Turpinning was like, "Oh shit, these fools got some fucking toe cap shoe. I'm down. Give me the money."
Yeah. There's a lot of momentum coming from the Mafia, and for good reason. The Mafia premiere for the new Am video, at least I think that's what's going to be called, because they have no official name for it. Yeah, they're calling it Mafia 2016.
That's sick.
So, like, am I assuming that they're going to come out with a video every year? I don't know. So, but there's a new Mafia video coming out on Friday.
They say it's supposed to be on the Berrics for 48 hours, huh?
Yeah, that's on Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be the day after the world premiere. That will be the world internet premiere. But yes,
Okay,
you,
okay.
The world
you
premiere.
will be seeing Alexis Ramirez with the Handsdown on Saturday.
The world premiere is only in San Diego, though, right?
Correct. Correct. It will be at the Encinitas.
Paloma Theater.
Correct.
They have a lot of premieres there.
They have a lot of
If
premieres
it's
there.
in San Diego, it's probably that.
It's more than likely. They were going to be at the Wave House. That would have been so nice, just like their last Mafia video. It wasn't that bad last time. It wasn't that bad. So then I'll forget with Jamie Palmore and Jimmy Cow. Thank you, Berrics. And then a Mafia drop with Stephen Lawyer, Laurel Gray, Dorian Gray, his brother. You also seen appearances from Kellen James and Brandon Turner, the guy who switched.
What was that kickflip nose man note again?
Yeah,
All the way across?
the guy who switched hard flip Carlsbad.
Kellen James, the fakey god.
Ellen? Yeah.
His Jay Scott. Jay Scott.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. I can't see you. What's all that noise? What's going on over there?
Oh, my kids, I got to get them out of here. They running towards me.
Well, I guess that'll be wrap up for the topics. Did I forget anything? I'm sure I did.
The Mafia video, I feel like Stephen Lawyer is gonna go pro.
You really think so, huh?
I sure fucking hope so. I think he deserves it. He got the what was it, Transworld cover?
What was it? Yeah, the Transworld amateur cover, the front block covering up.
I mean,
But
it makes sense.
Why
He's a
just
good-
him? Why just him? Why not Alexis Ramirez and the long-awaited
in my opinion-
Marshall Heath?
In my opinion, this is totally my opinion. I don't think Alexis is ready just yet. I think Alexis is an amazing skateboarder. I don't think he's ready just yet. I think that as far as marketability and being able to sell boards that say Skate Mafia as well as someone else's name on them, I think Stephen Lawyer's their hands down their best chance.
Yeah.
No. Hey, I wanted to see.
What about the long-awaited Marshall Heath?
I don't know.
So you throw your hands up?
Yeah. For Marshall, it's like let's compare footage. You know what I mean? Like, what's his face? Like fucking Stephen Lawyer puts out footage regularly, whether it's one or two clips here and there, and it's like Marshall will put out a manual trick here and there. I don't know.
Yeah, Stephen Lawyer was skating Timberlands and kickflip from board at the handrail.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Like he puts out cool shit like that makes him real relevant and real fun to follow.
Yeah,
Which just equals marketability.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're right.
And we're speaking to the fucking marketing king here, him and his wife. His wife needs to get a marketing job ASAP.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, man. Your wife is a marketing boss, man.
Can make everything happen. Yeah, but he
Straight
makes
up.
this. He makes this very relevant, and what he do is just goes to show that he's still having fun, with doing what he loves to do. Because I tried that one day. I tried to get in some Timberlands and tried to tray flip for like an hour. I got mad, snapped the board. I was like, "Fuck it, it ain't for me." I mean, I say I'm gonna leave it up to my boy, and I'm looking at him like front blunt down the 6-stair park rail. I'm like, "What in Timberlands?"
Yeah.
I mean,
he did a front blunt. He did a front blunt covering his eyes.
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's why I say I don't know. I rewind it like 6-7 times. I thought he edited for the longest. Then I seen it was the real. I seen it was the real clip. He just got the control.
Yeah.
Hey, you see the gangster challenge or the dime challenge?
Oh, they should have said hands down. Why did they say gangster?
They had their hands down with the fake gun rolling on the floor.
That's why I said when I seen that, when I seen them doing the tricks, I was like, oh yes, they finna name hands down. Then I looked and the title said gangster. I was like, what the hell? How could you? I'm like, people are actually dragging their hands on the ground. This is the real hands down challenge. I was like, no. And then I seen Evan. I don't know how in the hell he pulled that switch frontside 360 heel flip.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I know.
That was wild. And what about Bobby won that? It was Bobby and it was like 2 innings for that, but Bobby won that Pop Chevy rewind.
Oh, that was so clean.
So clean. Hey, when he put Steve's, I took off running outside. I was so happy.
It looked like he looked like Stevie Williams in like the DC video.
Yeah, he caught it in the air, then he turned it, then when he landed, he just put his shoulders down. I started running down the road. The neighbors was looking at me like, what the hell?
Yeah, we almost lost West, man.
Oh, West took a slam, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
West got smoked.
Getting Roger on the joke saying that the scooter guys put voodoo on Wes Kramer for all that scooter hate, so he hit his head at the dime challenge.
God, was he okay afterwards?
Yeah, I'm sure Wes is chilling.
Yeah, Wes.
Yeah, I think he's good now, right?
No, he's San Diego strong. Gonna take more than that.
Yeah, well, he probably just went home and smoked him one and went to sleep.
Probably.
And threw up the skate mafia sign before he went to sleep.
Yeah, I feel like we can't talk about the dime challenge without talking about the build-up of the game of skate between Wade DeSarmo and Jamal Smith, and all that shit talking didn't get him anywhere because he still lost. He did.
Look too serious.
Yeah, like if you're doing tray flips and you're kicking your leg this high in the air.
Man, you saw that outfit too, the big shirt.
He had Bret Hart. He had Bret Hart from WWE on his shirt.
Yeah,
WWF.
He must have flew out there butt naked and grabbed some clothes out the garbage can. Cause I don't know what that was he had on. But yeah, I mean, I bust out laugh when he was trying to tray flip because I'd never seen a karate kick doing tray flips.
That's great. Well, that sounds like we went through all the podcasts, or at least all the topics. Please have the floor with Jay Scott. Ask him anything and everything you want to ask.
Mr. Scott, let me hear.
Yeah.
Whose skaters you hyped on? I know you're friends with Mikey, but like, who do you like to watch?
Who I like to watch skate?
Yeah.
You said I like to watch. Say that again.
Who do you enjoy to watch skate?
Who I like to enjoy watch skate? I like my boy Brian Winning. I like Laurel Gray.
Oh, he's down with the Mafia.
Yeah, I like my boy Diago.
Diego Nahara?
He called him Diago.
Yeah. Let me see. Who else? My boy P-Rod.
Hey, so what about Antoine Dixon? Because I know he's known for keeping his arms pretty like chilling, you know.
Yeah, he saw him at the Berrics. How shocked were you to see that? And was that a moment?
It's funny y'all say that because when I got there, Antoine inboxed me and was like, "Hey, yo, my G, are you in LA right now?" And he was like, "Here's my number." I'm like, "What?" So I text my boy, and he was like, "I'm around this neighborhood," and then I was being me. I was like, "Antoine, I'm not trying to hear all that hard talking shit." I say, "Just come to the park and skate with your boys. You know you keep them hands down." He was like, "All right, I'll be there." So I mean, I was just hollering, acting stupid in the park the whole time. Then he walked through the door, and he had his shirt off and inked up everywhere. And he was like, "My boy, Jay Scott." And I was like, "Antoine," I was like, "We in here, we can definitely keep them hands down." And, you know, I mean, it was just fun to see a lot of people intimidated by his personal appearance and his lifestyle at times. I mean, but on that skateboard, you can't deny that he's talented. And I seen that in person. I mean, I don't know about his personal life. I know he's got sidetracked a bit here and there, but far as being on that skateboard, he don't pick them hands up, and he is clean.
How dope would it be to see a shared part? Nah, that'd be fucking awesome.
Oh man, hey, that'd be clean. Awesome.
Where's Steve at when you need him? Shit.
Hey.
I got a question for you. I wanted to ask you earlier when you were saying that your wife would catch you watching skate videos and stuff. What were you watching then?
What I was watching, like Yeah Right, and I was watching like the DC video, watching like Josh Kalis and Stevie Williams part, and I was watching like just like the older videos. Yeah, I was watching a lot of. I like Eric Costin. I mean, because he just all around just a talented person. You know, it goes to show he come from the bottom all the way to the top, and he put in his work. And I mean, I just loved all his parts. I was watching like Lake High, Fully Flared, and all that. I mean, I was just sneaking and watching them videos back to back, over and over. I didn't know what was new or who was new. I just knew what I was watching when I was in high school.
I was gonna say, yeah, because I stopped skating in high school for a while too, because I was just broke off all the time. I wanted to play sports and shit. So like, I feel like I was doing the exact same thing. I know exactly what you're talking about. Another question I wanted to ask you is, I know that you're from Port Arthur, right?
Yeah, I'm originally from Port Arthur, but my dad.
Is that where you grew up skating?
No. I'm from Port Arthur, but middle school year, my dad and real mom, they end up breaking up, and my dad got with another woman, which was my stepmom, because they got married, and we relocated because she stayed in Orange. And when we relocated, it was already me and my 3 brothers, and when we got with her, the lady, she already had 4 boys and two daughters. So we stayed together, so them became my brothers over time, you know, because we were staying with one another over 7 years, and we built a bond. So that's why I always say I got over 7 brothers and sisters and stuff like that, because I add them in also, right, because I treat them as my basically brothers, because we grew up skating together, and they was all into basketball and football. So when I got into high school, that's when I got introduced to skateboarding.
You said you moved to Orange?
Yeah, my dad moved to Orange, and my mom, she ended up moving to Houston. She was trying to get herself together, so the dad took us underneath his arms while my mom was trying to get situated. So we ended up relocating.
Where's Orange?
It's like a small town. It's like 30 minutes from Beaumont, Texas.
Okay.
Well, they have Orange in Texas too?
Yeah.
Oh, Orange is in California too.
Oh, no, I wish I was in Cali.
Yeah, I know that you're a Texas guy.
I didn't know that.
So what's the skate scene like there?
Well, now it's real slacky. I mean, unless you actually in Houston, Texas, you know. But far as like Southeast Texas.
They have that house park. That park looks sick.
Yeah. Got a lot of people. I mean, but it's crazy now. I mean, because they let bicycles and scooters and everything, so you actually can't just like focus and have a good sesh, because you'll be focused on trying to do a trick, and then it's a little kid with his mom in the way, so it's nice, but then it has its ups and downs.
It's weird, man.
Yeah.
Let's ask a real question here. Now, you're a big fan of the Handsdown. How do you feel about someone who likes to keep their hands all over the place, like Torrey Pudwell?
Hey, well, his pop makes up for all that. So, I mean, eventually, even if his hands is everywhere, he has to fall and put them hands down. So he's a part of the movement also.
Yes.
I mean, I just, the movement is nice, but it has its ups and downs. I mean, because far as the media or people opinions, they look at, some skaters naturally do not pick their hands up, you know? That's just their form of skating. I've seen a few people that actually don't even budge or move their hands when they're skating. I mean, they got a guy
Antoine Dixon.
Yeah, he all pick them up. Then they got, like, I think his name, Daniel Espinoza. I can't pronounce his name.
Espinoza.
Yeah, and people like him, I mean, they just naturally just skate, it's just like I don't give a damn, but it looks natural and smooth. So a lot of times I get inboxes like, stop with the fake steez. I mean, stop copying such and such. I mean, you fake, and then I'd be like, hey, I'm just dream chasing, keep hating. And they'd be like, F you, and I'd be like, okay. I'd be like, have a good day. You just make sure you keep them hands down. I mean, and I have support. And I have support also, and then eventually some people just tend to keep hating, but then some of them come back around and be like, hey, Jay Scott, hey, man, I'm sorry, man. I was just tripping. It just seemed like you don't even give a damn if somebody hate or not. I'm like, no, because I do it for the love. You know, people going to judge regardless. I mean, it's got people like the boss, Andrew Reynolds. He put in work for years, and some people might personally feel like he do too many frontside flips, but that's your opinion. But I mean, but far as kick flipping and more, that makes him stand out, and he's the boss for a reason. I mean, the computer gangsters couldn't even look at the stat sets that the boss throws himself down, you know. So you just gotta let them talk and just continue to dream chase.
Right. How long did it take you to film your banging?
Ooh. The first day I got broke off. Bad. I was so happy. I'm going straight for all the big stuff. I mean, people was like, Jay Scott, warm up, calm down. Like people like Cody Cepeda. I mean, he was like, Jay Scott, you too excited, calm down. He was like, you ain't even skated the ledge and you trying to skate the 7-stair. I was like, no, I got to get these tricks. I was like, I'm out here. I told you I ain't playing. He was like, calm down. He said, I'm telling you. And then, I mean, the first day I got broke off, so it took every bit of all the days for me to get it done. I mean, it was a work in progress. I mean, and I felt at times I was ashamed. I mean, because some tricks took longer than others, but Chase is very humble.
Mm.
He's very humble. You know, I'm not used to this. I'm used to filming maybe 30 minutes, then, hey, bro, I got to go see my girl, or, hey, I'm tired, it's getting hot. But Chase just, like, smile and be like, hey, you got it, dude. I'm looking like, he just saying that. I mean, he really want to say, fuck you, I'm done. I mean, I don't want to film no more. But, I mean, you could tell that's something he loves to do. I mean, because he genuinely just films and does not get tired or get frustrated.
He dream chasing too. Shit, that's his name is Chase.
Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a humbling experience. I mean, because LA, man, them guys, they on a whole different level. I mean, and I was glad I was able to see that from me being face-to-face with these guys, not something that's edited or a video part. I got to see, like, these guys actually live, eat, breathe, and shit skateboard. I mean, because they was doing tricks first try, and I just had my mouth open the whole time, like, what the fuck? And I'm trying these nollie front crooks, and this motherfucker didn't switch flip back tail the whole ledge.
So how many days did you film for this banging?
Oh. Did we lose Jay Scott?
Oh no!
You know what probably might have happened is maybe the phone died.
Was he on the phone?
I think so. I mean, it still shows a little icon, but I lost all feed with him.
Oh, it sucks. That guy rules.
Still see the footage.
Maybe he purposely left.
He said, "You'll never know."
He said, "The hands are down. You'll never know. You just don't know how far."
We'll count the different outfits in the bag.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds like it's a show, guys. I like to thank Jay Scott so much for his time, Steve Bear for coming in, saying that he likes to sit in the toilet, and Grant Fierro for wearing glasses. Thank you so much.
Later.
For Grant Fierro, Jay Scott, Steve Barra, Michael Medina, I am Andrew Ariano. Download us on iTunes, please. We appreciate you listening. Because without you guys, we do not get the hands down. We don't get these guests. And it means so much to us. We hope you liked today's show.
Thank you.
We'll catch you guys later.
Bricks.
Get it.